Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is going to be a really great segment because we're going to talk about a lot of things. And the tide has turned, the pendulum has swung back towards Trump. Well, perhaps towards Trump for the first time. And it's just unbelievable how Democrats had every single advantage, aside from policies and aside from voter loyalty, and aside from not committing crimes, which they usually do all the time, especially Hillary Clinton. They had every single advantage. They had MSNBC, CNN, the New York Times, the Washington Post, late night talk shows, Hollywood celebrities. They had what you would think is every single possible advantage in a society. They had the entertainers. They had all the smartest people in the room. And they had everything. To my super chat, thank you so very much, as always. Vahid M, this is going to be a great one. Let's all give Vahid positive vibrations. We're going to have a great segment. Here, let's just get to the chase. So let's have a great segment off the bat. Republicans will will keep control of the House, keep control of the Senate, gain in the Senate. All the prognosticators, all the smartest pundits, all the people in the room who are just the smartest, most educated. I hate that word. Oh, educated. You have Erectus Maximus. I know I'm going to shave it off soon. It's the educated people. Well, the educated people didn't know that Trump would even become GOP nominee. 538 said Trump wouldn't be the GOP nominee. I mean, I knew that. I was writing articles in the Huffington Post saying that Trump would be the GOP nominee, and people in the comment section were like, no, he's not even going to be nominee. Why are you even, wasting time on this? And so, but Republicans are going to keep control of the House. They're going to keep control of the Senate. And after that, you will get the political momentum needed for perhaps a cowardly, perhaps I don't know how to describe Jeff Sessions, but he lacks the Lindsey Graham hormone, or I don't know, energy boost. He needs to take, Jeff Sessions should take he should call up Lindsey Graham. Hi there, Lindsey. How are you? Good. I saw that you've been there's a little pep in your step. Yes. Well, what are you taking? Because in the morning, I got to tell you, I don't feel so vibrant, if you know what I mean. Hint, hint. Nah, no. I wasn't going there, Lindsay. I'm talking about in the morning. I just don't feel vibrant anymore. You know what I mean? Well, your mind is in the gutter now, isn't it? You're just ahead of... Hey, it's like talking to Michael Avenatti, isn't it? No. Well, what are you taking? What is it? What kind of secret unholy potion have you been taking? You're certainly manly and strong and everything that I used to think I was. But, well, no. Well, I have no problem in that department. I just want to be, get more pep in my step and feel confident about myself. I don't feel confident. I'm afraid Trump is going to fire me with Rosenstein. Doing my job. Well, we need political momentum. I've been telling you that. Okay. Well, we'll indict Clinton, but we got to win midterms first. Okay. Well, you're not going to tell me your secret manly machismo juice. So I'll find out. No problem. I'll call Gina Haspel. Okay, thank you. Talk to you later. Bye. So I don't even know where I was, what I was talking about, but they need political momentum. They need political momentum. Political momentum is what will allow Jeff Sessions or anyone who replaces him. Definitely, Rod Rosenstein's out the door. The New York Times is doubling down, which is so hilarious. It is so hilarious. The New York Times is doubling down, and they're like, he was really serious. He was really, really serious. No, Trump, we're trying to help you. It's really crazy. It's really crazy. He was serious. No, it's true. It's true. It's true. They have this, they have this article out yesterday. Rosenstein's serious about taping Trump and using the 25th Amendment to say that Trump is a crazy, maniacal person who the nation should be, saved from. The New York Times ran a story to double down and bolster their initial story. Then what Trump does is just like from The Godfather. It's hilarious. He's like, no, like the old Trump would be like, Rosenstein, you stupid hack, you stupid DOJ, Department of Justice moron, you're out of here, dumb idiot, send tweet. But now he's he sees what's going on. He knows midterms are around the corner. And the failing New York Times. It is the failing New York Times. So these are all for the wonderful people, the failing New York Times. And I mean, Trump, he doesn't need to be belligerent. Things are so good for Trump, he doesn't need to be belligerent anymore. I mean, that's how far things have plummeted for the Democratic Party. The one thing Democrats had, the one thing they could count on is outrage from his tweets. And now, like, Trump is like, had a great meeting with Rod Rosenstein. Great guy. Yeah. Rod Rosenstein. Wonderful guy. He's he's just, people make mistakes, And then it's like, he knows that Rod Rosenstein is out the door. He's not going to keep Rod Rosenstein there. Rod Rosenstein said, no, I was joking. It was a joke. I didn't mean that. Why would I mean that? Oh, why would I? Oh, then today they're just trying to get Trump, to bait him, they're trying to get Trump to fire Rosenstein before midterms, because then Eric Holder and Hillary Clinton and CNN and all of them, because they're now descending into madness. And it's all because Hillary Clinton controls the Democratic Party, because she did commit crimes. And Democrats have to realize they have to pretend that she didn't commit any crimes and that Trump did commit crimes, which is complete nonsense. So it actually hurts them every single day. It hurts them exponentially. So let me move back. Maybe I'll mess with this. Hold on. Is this better? Tell me if this is better. So every single day they have to pretend that Hillary Clinton didn't commit crimes. They have to pretend that she didn't commit crimes. Go back. Should I go back? No. Let's go back to where it was. Okay. So every single day they have to pretend that Trump is a monster who colluded with Russia. He's a racist ogre who colluded with Russia. I went back to the original setting. And it's not, thank you. Rosenstein, Clinton henchman for 4 decades. Yep. Kathleen Cohn. Yep. And so they're stuck now. They've petered out. They have no more energy. They have no more juice left. They're now completely fatigued of 2 years. You have to understand, we've been through 2 years. 2 years. Trump is a racist monster. He's an ogre. He's horrible. He's not fit. And then the Helsinki concert, the Helsinki summit was when they, the Helsinki summit was when they completely lost it. And they're like, can you believe what Trump did? Well, what did he do wrong? He didn't hit Putin in the face with a baseball bat. This was a sad day for our nation. Stupid Democrats don't realize that we don't care. Like, first of all, if you pay attention, there's no evidence that Russia hacked anything. All we have is CrowdStrike that was outsourced by Hillary Clinton. And we have 2 hilarious intelligence reports with warranty disclaimers from the 2 main agencies, the CIA and FBI, who were headed by John Brennan and James Comey. So why on earth would you believe anything that James Comey and John Brennan sign off on? We have no evidence at all. So they were like, oh my God, look at Trump. Oh, they were comparing it to Pearl Harbor. They were comparing it to Pearl Harbor. And that's how insane they are. They were comparing it to Pearl Harbor. What was the comparison? Oh, Trump told Putin that, he believed when Putin said he didn't hack anything. Or I think it was something about like, you should have told Putin, you better not hack the DNC anymore. And this is another thing they do. Which is like ridiculous. So stupid too. They're like, our country was hacked. Our democracy was hacked. Well, first of all, we don't even know if the DNC was hacked. And the DNC is the antithesis of our country or democracy. The Democratic National Committee, let's see, the co-chair was accused of assault, and nobody seems to care. So it's believe women, except if it's a Democratic National Committee. They cheated Bernie Sanders. Then they say, look, on November 6, 2018, you have to be here. And I don't relish this because there's a lot of good people who are Bernie Sanders supporters. And I do love them, and I care about them. But the hate, the burning, intense hate that you will see from the I'm With Her, the Operation Estrogen Fury, you saw them. The elevator hoppers, you saw them with the Kavanaugh. Okay. And Jeff Flake, Jeff Flake needs to learn how to utilize an elevator like Orrin Hatch. Orrin Hatch was like, toodaloo, bye, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya, laters, closing elevator door, that's right, see ya. Orrin Hatch was the man. Orrin Hatch doesn't care. He's like, 80-something. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Orrin Hatch, when they tried to hop his elevator, he was like, guards, later, bye, toodaloo. And then he was like, you grow up. And then she was like, you don't tell. And then one of the protesters like, I don't tell you to grow. What was she saying? It was hilarious. She was like, you don't speak to women this way. He didn't speak to all females on the planet. He spoke to you, lady. It's a different story. Orrin Hatch was not speaking to like women in Nigeria or China or, anywhere around the world. He was speaking to you, lady. Yeah. And he was like, grow up. I told him to grow up. You don't. And she was like, you don't tell me to grow up. I'll tell you to grow up. So, okay, whatever. Late. Peace. We out. Descending elevator. And then Jeff Flake is the opposite. Jeff Flake was his constipated look. It's like, you know, just you could have simply said, look, there's no evidence, but I'll ask for another FBI. Because the protester was like, this is for all women, and women have suffered. It's like, no. This is an allegation, and we don't know if it's true or not because there's no evidence. Well, everyone says that it happened. There's no eyewitnesses. Well, everyone says that he's a drunkard. Well, we don't know that. Well, everyone says. Then you had the media recently like, oh, they limited the scope of the investigation. Okay, this is the same media who didn't even ask how Hillary Clinton transferred top secret intelligence from Cybernet, JWICs, and SCIFs onto servers in her basement. She, with Brian Pagliano and others, transferred illegally top secret and classified intelligence from channels, especially JWICs. You cannot transfer anything from JWICs. You cannot transfer. It's a secure channel within the U.S. government that the Department of Defense and State Department and CIA and all of them use to email classified or top secret intelligence to each other. And she was like, yeah, I'm going to take that and just funnel it into my bathroom. Nobody knows how she did that. But she just was like, I'm just going to take that and funnel it into my bathroom. And the press isn't going to care. And the press didn't care. So, and so the extent of the FBI investigation was, did you do it? I don't really think so. No, I didn't. Okay, she's fine. It's clear. She thought the C meant catnip. But then with this, there are no eyewitnesses. There's no time. There's no location. So there's no house. It's 37 years ago. It's 37 years ago. Okay. 37 or 36. Okay. Over almost 4 decades. Almost 4 decades. Okay. It could have happened. I'm not saying she's lying. She could have happened. But almost 4 days ago, 4 decades ago, almost 4 decades. Okay. Okay. And so what do you want the FBI to do? Oh, well, they limited, and it was limited in scope. How much gossip do you need? Because at that point, it's not evidence. You're obtaining gossip. Oh, well, he lied about his drinking habits. How do you know? Did he get a DUI? Was he late for work often? Was he drunk at work? Okay. You know, you could find out things about people. You can't really, like, some people, I guess, can, but you're not going to really hide an alcohol problem. People will know, you know. If you're in DC, there's a lot of bars. There's a lot of places to drink. You know, was he in DC drinking a lot? Did he, you know, he was in the second highest court in the United States of America. Did he come in drunk often? I mean, these are simple questions to ask. Suddenly he's like this belligerent drunk who throws ice. And they said that he committed perjury. Why? Because other people say that he drank. This is how stupid. This is how stupid they are. Everyone in the country knows a classmate who didn't like them, or, you know, had some problem, or wasn't, or just maybe not even didn't like you. Because I don't really know of any classmates I have that really didn't like me, but maybe perhaps didn't think I was the greatest person on the planet. The best case scenario is that there's somebody who's like, yeah, I'll go ahead and can't wait to be on CNN or whatever to let people know. Oh yeah, you know what? He could have drank a lot. Yeah. I mean, they've gone into madness. So Trump and the Helsinki conference with Putin was Pearl Harbor. Okay. Just because a classmate says something, it's true. Oh, but there was something in the yearbook. Yeah, so what? Kids make themselves out to be something they're not all the time. And obviously, whatever he did, perhaps at certain points wasn't in moderation, like any teenager. But what he did was the American experience. I'm not going to, like, we can leave that whole, the Kavanaugh debacle, that was the worst. That sunk the Democratic ship. Now I don't see any chance for them to win the House. Like before, I got to tell you, I have to be honest. I knew and I was 100% certain in my prediction, but I was like, okay, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to watch these races, watch these contests. I want to see what Ruthless Rothfuss does in Pennsylvania. Watch these, contests. I'm, steady she goes. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I know it. So, but now I'm like, I'm just looking forward to the day. In the morning till the next morning is going to be a party. Democrats are not going to take back the House. They're a completely failed political party. And I don't care what the stupid polls say. They're already dwindling. And the polls are like, it's so funny, like watching the polls, the generic polls. It's so funny and amusing. Why? Because the polls really want to get to like 5 or 4.8, which would be devastating. If it's 4.8, like theoretically, you could get 1 or 2 net gain for Republicans. But every time I turn, like today, I looked at the polls, it was a 6.9 generic lead for Democrats, 6.9. Yesterday it was 6.6. The day before it was 7.4 or 7.5. The day before that, it was like 7.9. The funny thing with all of this is that the smartest people in the room, who are all liberal Democrats, they're like, oh my God, what do we do? No, what do we do? CNN, call your newsroom, call your interns, do a survey with your interns. Democrats up 13. Democrats are up 13 points. And then it's like, but then it's like Rasmussen has him tied, which is so hilarious. It is so hilarious. Rasmussen has him tied. How do you have any poll? Forget about Rasmussen. Well, they were actually more accurate than the other ones. They were what, the second most or the first most accurate poll. They were the most accurate poll in 2016, polling company. But Rasmussen has them tied. Okay, there's only about little over 3 weeks left. Okay, before the day of partying, the day of rejoicing. It's a celebration, like Dave Chappelle would say. So how on earth are you going to have even one poll where there's a tie? Because that didn't happen in 2006. You can check. I did. 2016 election. This is like 2 days ago. Democrats are fired up and to maintain a strong lead, according to poll. Which poll? A CNN poll. It says they're up by 13. But they need to continually have these polls that are up by 13, because otherwise now it would literally be like 4 to 5 points now. If you removed all those ridiculous, up 13. This is not the country in a great economy, in a peace between North and South Korea, with a failing New York Times and a failing media that has not influenced public sentiment, failed continuously to influence public sentiment. And then you have Hillary Clinton coming out of and you talk about a drunk. You talk about a drunk, she makes Kavanaugh look like, somebody who it's like forbidden to drink. She was drunk on, throwing things. You know that song, Pass the Courvoisier? She was literally just throwing champagne bottles at Bill Clinton. That's according to some reports by Ed Klein. Of course, we don't want to talk about gossip with Hillary because then you become a misogynist, satanic criminal. But, it's like, it's going to be Miller time, November 7th. Michelle Lamson, Michelle, thank you so much. Looking forward to November 6th. Thank you for all your hard work. Thank you, Michelle Lamson. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your generosity. And you better be here, Michelle. Everyone better be here. All 700 people. We're going to party. We're going to party. It's going to be a party. It's going to be a party. Okay? It's going to be an awesome, awesome, awesome party. And I don't want this to happen because I'm not the type of person who enjoys the schadenfreude of, others' misfortune. But I'm going to look and see how the I'm with her descends. They're going to descend. I do need a balloon drop. Oh, can I even do that? I need like sparklers or whatever. Maybe I'll get some. The I'm with her is going to descend like hawks, like vicious. I have to tell you this real quick. One time my family and I were, one time in band camp, one time my family and I were having a barbecue at my uncle's house. And my uncle lives in the mountains. So we were just enjoying barbecue. I think it was like a July 4th or something. This was a while back. And a little bunny hopped onto, he had this little lawn area. And a little bunny hopped on, oh, look at the little bunny. Look at the little bunny. That's cute. Look at that little bunny. And I was looking, and from nowhere, this condor came and just with its talons, I still remember it, picked up the bunny and flew away with the bunny. Okay? All right? That's going to be the Democratic Party. That's going to be the Democratic Party. It just sunk its talons into the poor little bunny and flew away. Is anyone even hearing this? You don't even have to comment. And I was like, ah! My tarantula is educated. RDC tarantula. Thank you. So that's what the Democrats are going to do to themselves. They're going to descend upon themselves. And just I was like, look, that beautiful little bunny rabbit, little bunny, and just flew away. Look, the bird had to eat, but not. I wouldn't have really. If he could have waited, that'd be nice. I have to see that in my brain all the time. But anyway, so the Democrats are going to descend. They're going to descend upon themselves. The social justice warriors and the I'm with her crowd, with the help of the identity politics people, will decimate and consume the Bernie Sanders supporters. And then they will say, it's you. You're the ones who did this to us. You with your Medicare for all and your socialism. Then all the fake socialists will no more. You won't. I don't think it's the Rose or whatever. You won't see that stuff anymore. They'll be like persona non grata, and then you'll get the Green Party. You'll just be like, you know what? Thank you. Well, I was in my early 20s. I was in my early 20s, so but it was still crazy. In my early 20s though. With the bird and the little bunny. But the Bernie Sanders supporters are going to take it really badly, and they're going to be blamed. And I'm warning everyone, if you're a Bernie Sanders supporter, just don't log on the internet or don't log on Twitter or social media. They're going to, that's true. Maybe I should wear a tux. You know what? Amy Millard, I'm going to maybe get dressed up. That would be so bad if I got dressed up and I was wrong. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'd be like, hey, everybody, look at me. I'm so fantastic. Oh, what? Nancy Pelosi? No. It's kind of a big deal. It's true. No, I think I'm gonna do something like that. Either that or I'll dress like Styx. No shirt, and then I gotta get like grow some. But thank you, Dale. Thank you. Yeah. So no, I'm gonna get dressed up. Oh God. I have to wear a tie. I think yeah, you know what? I might get dressed up. I'll do something. It'll be a special HA day. So it'll be fantastic. So I'm just saying, for the 711 people watching, if you are, and I love you, that's true. Beer drink. Okay. So maybe go casual. I'll do something. I'll fix my hair though. I'll style my hair. How's that? I promise everyone I will style my hair. I promise. Gel. Amazing. But thank you, Eric. So, if you're a Bernie Sanders supporter, don't go on Twitter. Don't go on Twitter. Stephen Haslam. Small deposit for the tux. Scott Rasmussen samples likely voters. That's why he's more accurate. Yes, Stephen Haslam. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you so very much. Yes, likely voters, older in demographic, generally older, generally who are repelled from Operation Estrogen Fury, generally want to eat in peace. Okay, when did that end? When did eating in peace end? Can I not eat my hamburger without a pink hat, trying to hurt me, trying to remove my MAGA or something? I want to just eat my hamburger in peace. Don't need the pink hat. Don't need the male feminists. Don't need anything. Leave me alone. I'm not bothering you. I'm not. It's like, go get them where they're eating. What? That doesn't help anything. What are you talking about? That's so stupid. But that's like they've gone insane. They've gone insane. When did eating? Thank you, Johnny M. No, Johnny M. I'm 100% certain. I was just joking. Johnny M, I was just joking because I got dressed up. And then I had to see. It was just funny. And then it was like Nancy Pelosi. We won. We did it, everyone. Now, hail Satan. Could you believe? I don't know. I'm kind of like the first thing she would say, just because she packed with the devil. Could you imagine Nancy Pelosi winning, and she just She's just accidentally, we did it, everyone. We did it. And we showed the evil Trumpers, hell, Satan. We showed them that. We'd be like, what? Are you serious now? She just said, are you serious? And then they'd be okay with it. They'd be fine, whatever. No, it's happening. It's happening. I have no doubt. And I'm going to get dressed up. Dang it. I'll get dressed up. Karen Lewinsky, thank you. Karen, thank you. Stephen, thank you. Michelle, thank you. I could just, I just, if in an alternate universe, if like people actually thought that the Democratic Party was and they actually would win, you would see them like, and we showed Trump and his big his capitalist crony Wall Street people. We took the House back with your help. Hail Satan. We took the House, and with Hillary Clinton's, what? You said that? No, it's definitely going to be, it's curtains time. It's all she wrote. It's all she wrote for the Michael Moore has sung. It's all she wrote for the Democratic Party. $5541 James. If it doesn't happen, it's going to be bad for me. But yeah, I mean, they'll because it will happen. But in an alternate universe, if let's say I'm wrong, and then Democrats do win, yeah, they'll be like, "Oh, what an idiot! Look what he did." I already know 2 publications that will write hit pieces on me, so that's fine. They'll be like, "He said this. He said this." And he took exception to when Nancy Pelosi said, "Hail Satan." It's just a figure of speech. But yeah, I mean, but it will happen. Thank you, though, 5541 James. Thank you. So it's still the same thing. Okay, so then they're like, tariffs. Tariffs are working. They're working. They're working. Everyone's like, the tariffs, oh my God. Michelle Lamson, my $10 for the tux. Love that idea. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. I think that, well, I haven't, gosh, I gotta rent the tux. Huh. I don't, you know what? Should I? I don't know. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. I'll think of something. I fear that I'll look dorky with a tux. Like George Orwell will be like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" George Orwell will be like, "In a tuxedo? I don't think so." Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. So they're in complete freefall now. Eric Holder and Hillary Clinton are like, yeah, when they go low, we kick them. We're so tough. Oh, look at us, we're so tough. Let's just act even crazier. Let's just act even crazier. Let's see what this is like. Last attempt at the credibility of midterm elections. Okay. President Trump's strategy: dominate the news. Time magazine. No, USA Today: young Americans are not enthusiastic about voting. Gee, I wonder why. The one party that young people gravitate towards is the Democratic Party generally, and Democrats are run by the most dysfunctional criminals. So then why would they? Actually, millennials are leaving. Another one, same thing. CNN poll: Democrats are fired up and maintain a strong lead. They keep on sending out the same hilarious CNN poll. It's a CNN poll. How accurate were the CNN polls? Just wondering. How accurate were they? I have my Daily Caller article. It's below. Please, if you watch this live stream when it's uploaded, please go ahead and share it. It'll be in the pinned comment. I mean, it's just, you know, Democrats are going to implode. And people, like, they're going to blame Susan Sarandon, who should not be blamed by these idiot Hollywood, not even really celebrities. Like, they haven't done like 1/10 of what Susan Sarandon has done yet, you know, and Kanye, and it's amazing. The CNN poll: Democrats are fired up and maintain a strong lead. This is 4 hours ago. They keep on, it's the same poll. 4 weeks out from election day, Democrats remain well ahead of Republicans in a generic ballot matchup. But see, there's 435 contests. You can't have a generic ballot. Shut up. Okay. With 54% likely voters saying they support the Democrat in their district. Right. How do you have a generic ballot with them just saying they would support the Democrat in their district, and 41%, and then that being accurate for the actual midterms, and then 41% of backing a Republican? A CNN poll conducted by SSRS. Yeah, right. This is the widest margin of support for the Democrats in the midterm cycle since 2006. So when the party held a whopping 21-point lead among likely voters, 2006 was a completely different America in terms of politics, a completely different Democratic Party. It was completely different in every way. And I actually watched a number of like videos from that time period on YouTube just to see what it was like. Lynn Meyer, yes, dress up November 6th. Can't wait to party with you all. Lynn, be here. I'll be dressed up. It'll be awesome. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to have a great time, Lynn. November 6th, be here, Lynn. Everyone be here to party. We're going to party. It's going to be so awesome. I feel bad for the Bernie Sanders supporters who will become, you know, the spawns of Satan, according to I'm With Her. Tamara Friedman, here's 10 towards the champagne. Thank you so much. Winning. We're going to win. If I could just pop open the bubbly, I would. I don't think it's YouTube policies, so... Tamara Friedman, thank you so much. It'll be great partying with you, Tamara and Lynn. Sadvorian, you should debate Kyle from Secular Talk. He was supposed to debate Ann Coulter. It would be fun to watch. He was supposed to debate Ann Coulter. I would love to debate Kyle, but he won't. He probably won't debate me. He thinks I'm crazy. If he ever wanted to debate, I would love to debate. I think that actually the concept of working within the DNC is one reason that Democrats, one way Democrats manipulated progressives, and one reason that Beto O'Rourke and Andrew Gillum and the majority of Medicare for All candidates will lose. I would love to debate. But they're not. He would never. I don't think that he would debate me. But if he wants to, I would love to. I would relish that. Ann Coulter, that would be an interesting debate. It would be fun to watch. But I mean, he was supposed to also debate Steven Crowder, and he didn't want to do that. Much love. Keep doing what you're doing, but thank you, S. Sadavorian. Thank you so very, very much, S. Sadavorian. Thank you. I would love to debate anyone. I mean, I've debated Richard Spencer. I opposed his ideology completely, and I got him in the last 10 minutes to actually tacitly allude to, in his theoretical state, that his theoretical state would engage in a genocide. That was the Richard Spencer debate. But see, the thing is, the left doesn't like debates because they don't like their fantasies being torn to shreds. You know, when people say, you know, there are millions who don't have access to health care. Yeah, because they don't have the $7,600. They don't have, it's $7,000 plus out of pocket for the Affordable Care Act every year for people on the Affordable Care Act, and $7,000 plus from Medicare recipients out of pocket. Sometimes you spend more out of pocket. People don't have access because they don't have the money for health care. So, I mean, that's just one. Then the Mercatus study, we can go on forever. What Democrats did is they relied on progressives to, they told progressives pick one, or let's put it this way. They told pundits pick one, or no, you're going to pick one of Bernie's 10, 15 grandiose ideas. Breaking up too big to fail banks, we're not going to let you. Banning fracking, we're not going to let you. You could actually get conservative support for breaking up too big to fail banks. You could definitely get Rand Paul on board. Well, no, not Rand Paul, but you could get conservatives. He also spoke out against quagmires. You definitely get Rand Paul aboard on that. Bernie's foreign policy wasn't just hating Israel, which is like the only foreign policy on the left now. It was ending quagmires, which is why I loved Bernie Sanders. Breaking up too big to fail banks. Both of those giant policy objectives, you would have gotten conservatives on board. You would have gotten independents on board. What did they pick? Medicare for all. And just, you know, in a time when an economic boom is linked to tax cuts, Trump's tax cuts, and it is, and you have record low unemployment for minorities, you have record low, you have over 300,000 manufacturing jobs coming back, you have a GDP that's soaring, you might hit 5%, then the Democrats say, oh, let's go ahead and get Medicare for all, we'll raise your taxes, and whatever happens to the economy happens because it's moral. And you go from 44 million people on Medicare for all to 320 million. But see, that was the one thing that Max Boot and Nancy Pelosi would allow. The Democrat and Hillary Clinton, the Democratic Party is run by Hillary Clinton. She's not going to get, the Clinton Foundation isn't going to get $156 million from 85 donors and all of those, the billions and billions of dollars, and it's a money laundering organization. It's not going to get that if it's really serious. If Democrats are really serious about Medicare for all, no, they're not, because then you would definitely have to bring home soldiers from war, and they're not going to do that. They're the neoconservatives like Max Boot and Robert Kagan and Bill Kristol. They're on the Democratic side. They're not the Medicare for all people, and they say Democrats are a tent. The progressives were completely utilized, and their pundits perhaps were also utilized by the DNC. Not all their pundits, but some. And Medicare for all was doomed from the start because you don't debate it. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez didn't want to debate Ben Shapiro. The one response that I got, Jamal Thomas had like a 17-minute video. Great guy. I'm friends with him. Didn't refute anything. Said the Mercatus study is bad, and oh, look at Bernie's website. Bernie's website's like a blog page. There's no economist saying, yeah, this can work. There are no people saying, look, this is a university study, and this can actually work. And the $1.3 trillion, we spend $1.4 trillion within the budget per year on Medicare and other health services. So how do you go from 44 million people on Medicare to 320 million people? And right now there's $7,600 out of pocket for Medicare. That's a figure from thefool.com. It's an investment site. But see, that's the thing. There's no way to. I won't need to debate anyone, although I would love to. That whole thing is going to be decimated. All the Medicare for All candidates are going to lose. Most of them. The incumbents like Ro Khanna will stay. I don't even know how serious Ro Khanna is about Medicare for All, but they used it to drum up support. It was a blatant, overt, and I was calling it long before November, long before this month, October. They used it as a tool to manipulate. The DNC was never serious because when you leave I'd love to debate Don Lemon. I've been on CNN. I've been on MSNBC. I was a Bernie supporter, but when you leave the woman or man at the altar and you cheat them in the primary, if you leave someone at the altar and then you say 2 years later, oh, I want to marry you again, it ain't going to happen. You would have to be stupid. You would have to be stupid to believe that a person who left you at the altar, at the wedding, the people are there, the organs, everything, the organ is playing. Oh, where's the groom? Where's the bride? Oh, the groom, he left. He actually he was cheating for Hillary. So enjoy the cocktails and the appetizers and the drinking. Enjoy the party. I guess you can have your own party. Could you imagine you leave the bride at the altar, or you leave the groom at the altar, whatever, and 2 years later, oh, we love socialism. Oh, we love Medicare for All. Oh, we love, and it's just one. It was just one, and you don't see Andrew Gillum. Andrew Gillum is getting money from Hillary Clinton, but you don't see him saying we're going to do this in terms of taxes. He's not running on that for Medicare for All. None of these candidates are saying your taxes are going to increase. They will never say the phrase your taxes are going to increase, and this is then going to allow 320 million Americans to have Medicare for All. They don't. The left, and I'm saying most progressives, and I'm saying I'm with her, identity politics, social justice warriors, the left, not everyone. I'm not saying every pundit. I'm not saying everyone. I'm saying the majority is utilized by the DNC because the DNC is like, look, you don't have to like us, but just hate Trump 80%, 90% of the time. If you hate Trump 90% of the time, then you can say bad things about us, but we'll never change. And you know that. And at the end of the day, you have two choices. There are two pundits, and this is hilarious, and I never thought I would say this, but there are two pundits that, well, I won't use their names, but I respect them, even though like they both think that I'm crazy, but because they're completely I'm with her Democrats. They are complete Democratic Party loyalists. They don't even pretend to be progressives. They don't even. I'm not. I am definitely not. But I haven't been a progressive for over a year. But I'm a hardcore Trump supporter now and voter. Well, I'll be a voter 2020, Trump voter. But they pump the Russia myth. There's in their mentalities, there's two choices. There's two choices. You can get 75% of what you want. You know, you're not going to get 25%. But what if what you want is no neoconservatives? What if what you want is no Hillary Clinton? No regime change. No Clinton Foundation taking billions from Haiti. What if that's what you want? What if what you want is not voting Democrat until they say we cheated Bernie Sanders? What if what you want is not never voting Democrat until they stop attacking Julian Assange and WikiLeaks? Then you have people are like, oh yeah, well Trump wants to do this. Why do you think Trump wants to do that? Why do you think Jeff Sessions is like, oh yeah, Julian Assange is an enemy? Because of Democrats and because of the deep state or the intelligence community that is run by Democrats who are petrified that the reality of their corruption is published. Yes, of course, there are establishment Republicans, of course, who don't like WikiLeaks. But the fury is coming from Hillary Clinton. I mean, all of that is coming from Clinton. So at the end of the day, I would love to debate anybody. I won't have to. That whole thing is going to collapse. And I said it would in 2015. People mocked me. People wrote hit pieces on me. They said there are still people who say he's a lunatic. This one guy's hilarious. He's a smaller pundit. He's hilarious. He's like, this H.A. Goodman is a lunatic. He's a crazy lunatic. I'll be right. I'll be right. November 6th is not going to be a good day for a lot of Bernie Sanders progressives because their hopes and their dreams will be shattered. And I don't want to see that happen. I'm not going to be, for the record, I'm not going to be happy. But I'll take some amusement in people finally seeing that Bernie Sanders did this to himself. You don't get in bed with Satan. Okay? Hillary was like, why don't you get in bed with me, Bernie? Why aren't I 50 points ahead? Now put your jammies on and get in bed with me. And Bernie was like, okay. What could go wrong? I'm getting in bed with Hillary. Okay, Hillary, I'm getting in bed. Give me a second. I gotta get changed. I gotta put my jammies on. You don't get in bed with Satan. You don't do it. You don't get in bed with Satan. You don't get in bed with Lucifer. You don't get in bed with the devil. And if you do get in bed with the devil, what do you think's going to happen? You think you're going to sleep well? You think that things are going to work out for you? No. You don't get cheated and then try to work within the political party that cheats you. That's stupid. You don't get slapped in the face and then say, thank you, sir, may I have another, like Bernie did. He's like, well, I had to, I had to work with what I was given. No, you should have simply joined Jill Stein of the Green Party and fought the system. And I would have come with you and I would have stayed there, actually. Thank God I didn't. Thank God Bernie didn't, because now I love the Second Amendment and I have my firearms and I enjoy it. And it's part of not only the Constitution, but philosophically, it's very important for this country. Very important. And I'm able to see Trump for who he is. He has a belligerent personality. It's hilarious to me. And, great economy. I don't get breaking up too big to fail banks, but you know what I do get? I get no neoconservatives. Thank you, partner. Yeah. And Bernie would have rolled over. Had he won, he would have rolled over in 2 seconds, because you would have had Democrats, Republicans, and the media all trying to topple him, and he would have rolled over. And he would have said, oh, you think I should invade this country? Okay, maybe I will. So they've done it to themselves too. I mean, the writing was on the wall. It's not going to be. It's not going to. My advice to the 760 people watching. My advice, if you happen to be, and I'm dead serious about this. I am dead serious about this. And I say this with love. Beto O'Rourke's going to lose. Andrew Gillum's going to lose. Most Medicare for all candidates are going to lose. If you are a Bernie Sanders supporter, don't log on to Twitter. I have a great deal of respect for him. Great deal of respect. And so also when Obama was in office trying to appoint a Supreme Court nominee and the Republicans refused, was that normal? It was normal in that Republicans own the Senate. So they think Merrick Garland is like, a reason to attack people while they eat. Sadavorian, what happened was this. Democrats are like, you didn't let Merrick Garland come, you didn't vote on Merrick Garland. They didn't have to, because the only way to push the vote is if you have to own the Senate. You have to have a majority in the Senate. They didn't have a majority in the Senate. And Harry Reid in 2013 said he's the very courageous elliptical survivor. He survived the treadmill accident, and he pushed to ensure that Republicans couldn't filibuster when Hillary Clinton was president, because she wasn't certain at that point. Yeah, right. And he said, well, no more 60 vote supermajority, only a simple majority. So and then Mitch McConnell said, that's gonna backfire. You know that, right? And Harry Reid's like, I don't care. We have the Steele dossier ready. And so there was no need for even a vote, because it was a simple majority and they own the Senate. So do you think the Dems would do the same thing? Yeah, they would. The Democrats are ruthless, just as ruthless as they are 100% ruthless. And they would have done the same thing. And look, the Democrats, the reason that Democrats will never win is because they're beholden to Hillary Clinton. And absolutely, Amy, I agree 100% with you. They have no value system other than shaming and embarrassing people. Now, I have no shame regarding their thoughts, so I don't care. They can't. One guy was hilarious. He wrote a hit piece on me. He's like, this H.A. Goodman is dangerous because he has no shame. I was like, I only care about people who are good people, not people who are like, children of the corn zombies. They're just like, Hillary's the best. Hillary's the best. In 2015, I was saying she ain't going to win. But they did this to themselves, and I say this with love. I don't know if I finished my thought. If you're a Bernie Sanders supporter, don't go on Twitter. Don't go on social media on November 6th. I mean, at least not on the evening. Don't go on social media on the evening, because it's not going to be pretty. Bernie's political movement will be obliterated on November 6, 2018. He'll have himself to blame, and he'll have all his willing, I guess, people below him. Ken D. Weber, Paranormal Strangeness, is live on Kickstarter and Twitter Shadowban, my first and second days. So sell me on Gab. How is it? Ken D. Weber. Gab is okay. I don't really like. I'm on Gab only just because it's like another medium. I only just share my videos and share an articles or whatever that I've written, but I don't really know. I don't interact on Gab. Eric H526 will probably have a lot better. If you for Ken D. Weber, all 775 people, if you do have any thoughts on Gab, I mean, I would, Minds is also good. BitChute is good. I have a show on BitChute, and it's growing. The first segment was with Sticks X and Hammers. Awesome. That was this Monday. But Ken, definitely check out BitChute, Minds, Gab, Steam It. Steam It is also good. Steam It. Thank you, Kendi Weber. It's just everything is turned. Music bill. Music Modernization Act. And then pharmacist gag clause on drug prices. Trump signs bill lifting pharmacist gag clause on drug prices. NBC reports last year on the agreements between pharmacies and insurance companies that kept some pharmacists from disclosing cheaper drug options to consumers. Wow. Yep. I saw this, but I didn't really pay too much attention to it. But yeah, these are all the horrible things that Trump is doing because he's an ogre and a monster. He's a monster. He needs to be impeached. He's a monster. Oh, he's such a monster. Oh my God. He's a monster. He wants people to pay less for healthcare. Oh my God. And that's the thing also with the left that I can't stand. It's like, that's the thing also with the left. It's like, if you disagree a little bit, you're an extremist. The extremist is not, the extremist is not, oh, it's my way or the highway. The extremism is, you dare not agree with this? You are a heretic. You are you blasphemer. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. I will be back. Make sure to check for my uploads. I'll upload very soon. And to everyone, thank you so very much. To my super chat, thank you so very much. Be here November 6, 2018. It'll be a watershed moment. The progressive movement, or people, the left, Democratic Party, and unfortunately the progressive movement will implode. Absolutely implode. And it's something that I've been calling since 2015. Republicans will keep the House and keep the Senate and gain in the Senate. And Democrats will implode. God bless everyone. Thank you. And to my super chat, thank you so very much.